Rashad Richey has challenged Nate the lawyer and Cam James for having the audacity to question his academic credentials. Since then, he issued 3 rebuttal videos of his own. 2 he took down immediately after screwing himself into the ground with even more bogus claims. However, one of those videos he tried to hide has since surfaced thanks to Nate the lawyer. Let's get a listen.
This is no laughing matter. I'm a university professor. I'm the department chairman of applied physics and health sciences and professor of physics at Beulah Heights University.
Wow. Chair of the physics department at Beulah Heights University. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that, Rashad? Or could you be lying? In a recent video, I exposed the hilarity in Beulah Heights University, which is a bottom-tier college in Georgia, naming him the chair of an applied physics and health sciences leadership department. Let's go back to the university website and guess what? Lo and behold, look who's on it, Rashad Richey. And he has quite the credentials, a PhD that he doesn't really have, an EDD that's centered on a dissertation that was the stupidest thing I've ever read, beside his book, a JD that he doesn't really have, and an MBA from Beulah Heights that he might have, but after this video will be rendered of dubious value. And it says here, Department Chair and Professor, Applied Physics and Health Sciences. They even gave him a university email address. Keep in mind, BHU is a tiny religious school. Well, we have an interesting development along this front, and one that will pose serious problems for Rashad if he continues trying to prop up his straw man of an academic background. But Rashad could have misspoke when he claimed to be the department chair of physics at BHU. But here's his LinkedIn resume. BHU has no business hosting physics courses, never mind a physics department, so I was a bit pleased when an email crossed my desk, blowing the whistle on Rashad's phony chairmanship.
Dear Dr. Karaja and the Board of Trustees, I am writing to formally submit a complaint regarding Beulah Heights University's compliance with accreditation standards, specifically regarding the Department of Applied Physics and the credentials of its department chair, Dr. Rashad Richey. As a stakeholder concerned with the institutional integrity of Beulah Heights University, I am formally requesting an internal investigation and written response regarding the following violations of TRAC's accreditation standards. Number 1, institutional misrepresentation. The university publicly lists Dr. Richey as the department chair of applied physics. However, the 2024-2025 academic catalog reveals that this department is a fabrication. No curriculum. There are no physics degrees, bachelor's, master's, or doctoral, and no physics minor offered.
Yeah, that could be a problem.
No facilities. The university lacks laboratories to support a physics department, or the quantum research Dr. Richey claims to conduct.
Rashad claims to be dabbling in a field called materials science, which would require perhaps $100,000 in equipment. BHU couldn't afford $1,000.
Ghost department. Maintaining a department chair title for a unit with no majors and no students constitutes a deceptive practice designed to inflate the professional standing of a faculty member rather than serve the student body. Standard 9.1 requires faculty to be academically qualified for the specific program they teach. While Dr. Richey holds a legitimate EDD in education from Clark Atlanta University, he's being presented as a subject matter expert in physics based on degrees that have been publicly identified as unauthorized.
And I won't go over this. He mentions IIC, University of Technology. I already have a video out on that.
Miracle Year credentials. Public investigations have documented that Dr. Richey claimed to earn a physics master's, quantum PhD, and law degree, all within a single year. This is impossible.
And yes, that's impossible. And he provides a YouTube link to Nate the lawyer's takedown of Rashad.
Please be advised that this ghost department and these unauthorized credentials are currently the subject of widely circulated investigative reports, including by legal analysts and independent journalists, that are actively damaging the university's reputation. By allowing your TRACS accreditation to validate these diploma mill degrees, the university is inviting scrutiny from the U.S. Department of Education and the public. It is my firm opinion that continuing to employ Dr. Richey poses significant and escalating reputational harm to the university, its staff, and its student body. Requested action. I request a formal written response within 7 days addressing, number 1, why the university maintains a department chair for a subject with no degree program. Number 2, what vetting process was used to validate Dr. Richey's foreign physics degrees, specifically regarding the IIC university authorization gap. If I do not receive a satisfactory resolution, I will proceed with filing a formal complaint with TRACS and the relevant state and federal oversight bodies, attaching this correspondence as proof of my attempt to resolve the matter internally. Dr. Jeremiah Chippendale.
Chippendale. Okay. Now you may think, oh, they blew him off, right? They're not going to respond to this. Oh, but they did.
Dear Dr. Chippendale, thank you for your correspondence. Beulah Heights University has received and noted the information outlined in your email. The matters referenced, including credentialing, will be reviewed through the university's established academic and administrative review processes by the appropriate offices. As reflected in the university's official catalog, Beulah Heights University does not maintain a Department of Applied Physics.
Let me read that again.
Beulah Heights University does not maintain a Department of Applied Physics. The university reserves the right to convene chaired exploratory or feasibility committees as part of its academic planning and program development processes. The university's website has been updated to correct any perception to the contrary.
Let me read that again.
The university's website has been updated to correct any perception to the contrary.
So let's go back. This is the before picture. We see Rashad Richey, PhD, EDD, JD, MBA, Department Chair and Professor of Applied Physics. But this is what it looks like now. I don't see Rashad Richey anywhere. They took him off. Booted. So, really, Rashad, you're the professor of physics and chair of a physics department that the university itself claims doesn't exist. So let that soak in. The university's website prominently featured Rashad Richey as department chair, and now he's gone. I guess it was just a figment of our imagination. And as I detailed in a previous video, Rashad chairing a physics department at BHU made no sense at all. First of all, Rashad is no physicist. He's not much of anything academic-wise. I have read a lot of his science musings. He has no real science publications, just junk published in a solitary predatory journal, and almost none of it is correct. He confuses sound with light. He thinks magnetic north is located at true north. His self-published physics book is below laughable, almost as bad as the experiment he demonstrated using cheap cotton gauze and a table lamp. So who posted this obviously fraudulent claim on BHU's website, Rashad? You talked someone into this. Who? I want to go back and play this clip one more time, but this time I have an assignment for you. You are to look into the eyes of a man who is lying to you.
This is no laughing matter. I'm a university professor. I'm the department chairman of applied physics and health sciences. And professor of physics at Beulah Heights University.
Okay, now Rashad has threatened legal action against those who dare to impugn his reputation. And I'm one of those he's threatened. In fact, his private lawyer, Erica Rocket Scientist Wilson, has already threatened to sue me twice a couple of years ago. But this time, he really means it.
All right, so for those who have spread these malicious lies, those are the people, you're looking at them, who will be in touch with you because they are analyzing all of the information, and you will be receiving a letter this week. If not this week, next week. You are being sued. Not only are you being sued by me, you're being sued by others. The institutions that you decided to defame are suing you as well. I'm giving you fair notice, fair warning. I'm sure I'm not supposed to tell you this, but I am. It's careless.
Well, he meant it 3 weeks ago. The last time I checked, neither Cam nor Nate have received anything from Rashad's lawyers. I certainly haven't. And he doesn't stand a chance. Not only is he a public figure, he crows about how big of a public figure he is. And that means the bar for defamation is super high. It gets even higher when your opponents have the receipts and email. So I have some questions for you, Rashad. When you convinced someone at BHU to place these phony credentials on its website, didn't it bother you that you could be placing your alma mater's accreditation in peril? Didn't it occur to you that the person who did this for you could be fired over it? What about the students who enrolled at BHU because they thought it offered them an outlet for their science aspirations? Do you even care? Or is your vanity more important to you? Stay tuned for an upcoming live stream with Nate the Lawyer and Fake PhD Investigator. And be sure to subscribe to my channel.